With the roads cleared for the Montana snowstorm, I set off on a new epic journey across the western U.S.
All right, well, starting the new vagabond journey, working my way south through Wyoming, Utah, into Arizona, Southern California, New Mexico. We're gonna see a lot of cool stuff out here. Decided to start this off strong, so I'm about 20 miles from Thermopolis, Wyoming, at a place called Legend Rock, which has just these incredible petroglyphs, apparently some of which are around 10,000 years old. And there's lots and lots of figures with headdresses and elk and deer and bighorn sheep and all sorts of amazing things. So I'm gonna go wander this area and check out some of these awesome petroglyphs.
Extending for a quarter mile, the sandstone cliffs of Legend Rock hold one of the largest collections of petroglyphs in the United States. The oldest carvings on the rock date back to 10,000 years and were likely made by ancestors of today's Eastern Shoshone. On the wall, you can find both humanoid and animal forms, from canids to bison and elk.
Was honestly seriously incredible. Like, I've seen a number of petroglyphs before, but especially as a wildlife biologist and somebody who is so utterly enthralled with nature and the creatures that live within it, it was really, really cool to see these drawings and carvings of these animals that I care for so deeply and are so amazing to see these representations of elk and deer, bison and bighorn sheep, and all these creatures that you can find on the plains, and certainly would find on the plains more then. It was just amazing. It was just so cool to get this glimpse into time, some of which happened many, many thousands of years ago. Like I said, some of these petroglyphs are up to 10,000 years old, and that just completely blows my mind. It's really quite astonishing. And even cooler was to see the handprints, the actual imprints of the people who made those petroglyphs. This connection to a person that existed in a time long past, but these two worlds meeting by those carvings in the rock. Just amazing. What an awesome start to this trip.
After camping for the night, I worked my way to Thermopolis, Wyoming, a town famous for its dinosaur fossils and geothermal features. The meeting of ice and fire was an incredible thing to view, boiling water met by frozen crystals. Before driving south to the Flaming Gorge, I flew my drone over the beautiful red rocks by Thermopolis. These rocks mark the time when the age of the dinosaurs began. It seemed incredibly fitting that the fiery red mixed with the frozen snow. This journey will take me from the bitter cold of my home state to much warmer southern areas, many of which hold similar beautiful red sandstone. The meeting in its own way felt destined. Before reaching the Flaming Gorge, I drove through the incredible Wind River Canyon. Red Rocks, we meet again.
Okay, so I'm at the Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area. This is a spot in southwestern Wyoming and north something Utah. And basically this is a kind of reservoir that goes south between those two states, and it has a lot of these kind of beautiful yellow, orange, red cliffs that extend throughout the reservoir. And so there's kind of like a loop road that goes around it. And I think the plan for the rest of the day is to follow this loop road around and find some of these spots that go down to the reservoir, fly my drone in some places, do some filming, and just kind of explore this cool bit of nature. And then I think after that I'm going to be heading down to the Dinosaur National Monument tomorrow, so it's going to be pretty fun.
The beautiful Flaming Gorge Reservoir was formed by the damming of the Green River, a tributary of the Colorado River, which formed the Grand Canyon, one of my future visits. The gorge was a place of incredible beauty, and it provided some profound comfort. On the drive out, I saw a herd of pronghorn, a strange North American mammal most closely related to giraffes and okapi. They were indecisive about crossing. Before reaching Colorado, where I'll be visiting Dinosaur National Monument and the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, I drove through a small segment of Utah. The yellows and reds of the sandstone rock features utterly enthralled me and made me look forward to future sections of my journey which explore much more of the state. I'll be seeing you soon, Utah.
Okay, well, I'm at Dinosaur National Monument. So this is a place in Colorado and Utah that is really, really world renowned for its dinosaur fossils. Unfortunately, the place that most people end up seeing I won't be accessing because it's on the other side of the area, which would involve a pretty giant loop around and also requires a caravan of vehicles they have to get into, and as a rule in the COVID era, that's the kind of thing I would like to avoid if at all possible. You know, close contact with strangers is not something that I'm too into right now. But yeah, so if you look at a lot of these cliffs, these rocks are incredibly rich in fossil life, and on the west side of the monument there are actually an entire herd of dinosaurs that are eroding from the cliff from this mass burial event. I won't be seeing that, but I'll put a picture up here, and I'm just gonna spend a bit of time wandering by the river and looking at some of these just amazingly beautiful rock layers that we have out here.
The incredible rocks of Dinosaur National Monument span over 1.2 billion years. The ripples of the beautiful sandstone hold ancient secrets. Walking the game trails in the monument, I felt immensely grateful to bring you on these new journeys. Until next time, wander and wonder.